Hello everyone, today we are going to learn about coplanar concurrent forces. In today's session, we are going to discuss some of these topics, some objectives, system of forces, coplanar forces, law of parallelogram, then we are going to learn about law of collision of forces, then resolution and composition. Let's start with the introduction. We are going to learn some basic information. This is unit 6 to introduce to you the different systems of forces. The prerequisite for this is the concept of a force and the various forms of forces occurring in nature. In addition to this, you should have the basic knowledge of algebra, coordination, geometry, trigonometry, and a little bit of calculus. Let's talk about some objective for this topic. After studying this unit, you should be able to identify the different system of forces. You will be able to add concurrent forces to the vector system. Then you can be able to resolve forces into components, and you will be able to add forces by components. You will be able to find moment of forces and find the resultant of non-concurrent forces. In this image, you can see a boy is pulling a weight towards himself. Let's learn few things about system of forces. We all know about Newton's first law, which states that a force is an external agent which tends to destroy a motion or which helps to stop the motion of an object. In simple words, the action of one body on another body can be called a force. Here in this image, you can see a truck is passing on a bridge. So weight of a truck is transferred to the pillars of a bridge. So we can say that a force is transferred to the pillars of a bridge. Let's get some more details on a force. To specify a force, you need to know its magnitude, direction, and point of application. Force is always represented as a vector quantity. So you need to symbolize as a vector A, B, C, or whichever alphabet you like, but you need to represent as an arrowhead above it. Such a straight line is called a vector. A combination of several forces is called a group of vectors, and we can call it system of forces. Let's learn some definitions. Let's start with the coplanar forces. Forces which lies in the same plane are known as the coplanar forces. Coplanar concurrent forces. Forces which lies in the same plane as well as act on the same point is known as coplanar concurrent forces. Non-coplanar forces. Forces which does not lie in the same plane is known as non-coplanar forces. In this illustration, you can see example of coplanar concurrent forces. Let's talk about law of parallelogram of forces. First of all, we need to understand its statement. This statement says that if two forces acting at a point are such that they can be represented in a magnitude and direction by the two adjacent sides of parallelogram, then diagonal of parallelogram passing through their point of intersection gives us magnitude and direction of resultant force. Here in this image, you can see proof of law of parallelogram and its formulas. From these formulas, you can solve resultant forces. Let's talk about law of polygon of forces. What does it mean by polygon of forces? Let's talk about law of polygon of forces. How do we apply it, polygon of forces? If more than two forces are acting on a body, then their resultant can be found by repeated application of the parallelogram law, the triangle law of forces. You may start with any two forces and find their resultant first and then add vectorially to the resultant on the remaining forces, taking one at a time. Here it is an example of polygon law of forces. Let's learn about resolution and composition. How do we apply resolution and composition? In many engineering problems, it is desirable to resolve a force into rectangular component. This process of splitting of force into two separate units is known as resolution of forces. In given image, you can check that a single force is split into two. Our vertical component is in sine factors and our horizontal component is in cos factors. So thank you for watching this video.